So we're gonna kind of run through free agency and see if there's any changes from last week that are kind of bigger names.
Cowboys
Um,
did nothing.
Cowboys, nothing new. I mean, Keanu Neal. Wait, that's like Keanu Neal's a linebacker. That can't be right. Click on Keanu Neal. I want to make sure that's a different Keanu Neal. He's a safety. What are they talking about? A linebacker? Did he play linebacker for the? Okay. All right. All
News.
right. Calm down. I was about to say I'm like linebacker. It's like that doesn't make any sense. That's interesting. Keanu Neal was like, I mean, he's a good safety. He's only like 26 years old, so that definitely helps. They needed safety help though, so I'm confused as to why they moved him to a linebacker. I don't know. I'm not gonna go into it. It's the Cowboys. Who knows?
Yeah.
Um, but big signing here, obviously, the receiver that you alluded to earlier when you said that not everybody was getting cheap deals. But
Yeah.
Kenny Galladay getting a massive deal. Apparently, so I was listening into kind of what happened with Kenny Galladay. So apparently, I wasn't what I thought initially. So initially, it was reported that the Bears offered like a 1 year, $12 million deal. Uh,
Yeah.
Apparently, I heard from Ian Rappaport that Kenny Galladay actually had been offered a multi-year deal uh, in the tens of millions of dollars a year from the Bears.
Yeah,
So,
that's and I don't understand that, but yeah.
well, apparently they were trying to give the Chicago Bears the best wide receiver duo that they have had in years with
Yeah, which
Kenny
would have been
Galladay and
sick.
Allen Robinson.
I just feel like I might have pissed Allen Robinson off, but
Well, I mean, we're trying to do that with everything in our power, but we'll talk about that later.
yeah.
But for now, we talk about Kenny Galladay. Apparently, that was a deal that was offered. The Bengals had offered a 1 year, $13 million deal. That obviously didn't float his boat because he wanted a multi-year deal. And if he's getting a multi-year offer from the Bears, then that's the case. Apparently, then he went to the Giants. He spent the night in New York with the Giants organization, which usually when players spend the night with an organization, it's more than likely that they want to be there. So they're going to get a deal done. And so unfortunately, the Bears basically just bid it against the guy who wanted to be with the Giants more. So he goes to the Giants. He goes to the team he wanted to, a 4 year, $72 million deal. So it's a big deal for a guy who I think he's in like that like second tier of really good wide receivers because he, for me, doesn't get open as much as he should on his own. And I think that's his biggest issue. But I mean, it's still a great signing because they really needed the help. And honestly, I've really liked what the Giants have done as far as as far as helping their like entire thing. Because if you scroll down too, they made some other signings. Yeah, Adoree Jackson, who again we talked about slot corners, massive deal for a really, really, really talented slot corner who's only 26, 27 years old. From Adoree Jackson, that's one of the players that the Titans lost. That's a massive thing for the Giants. They needed help in the secondary, and then you get Kyle Rudolph coming over, who will be a great backup tight end to Evan Ingram, who can't stay healthy. So guess what? You get a tight end that you feel comfortable with if Evan Ingram goes down with injury. John Ross, who's a speedster. I mean, he literally set the record for the official record. We're not talking about the unofficial record, which is probably, CJ or 2K20 or I would say either him or probably Bo. But anyways, John Ross, maybe they can get something out of him. It's a great deal regardless because you're getting a deep threat guy. And then Kenny Galladay, obviously filling in alongside Darius Slayton, is really just an awesome overall change for them. And it feels like the Giants are giving everything they can to Jones to see if he's worth anything. And we'll see if Danny Dimes can answer. So this is unfortunate for the Bears getting Joe Flacco because it basically means that the Eagles are probably going to stop trying to trade for Nick Foles because they basically just wanted a backup quarterback for Jalen Hurts because ownership came down and basically told everybody within the Eagles organization that they want Jalen Hurts to get a shot. And I think that's great because I think Jalen Hurts is a really talented quarterback who I think with the right players around him could potentially be a starter in this league that will win you a lot of games. Now, will he reach any level of superstar, or star in this league? I mean, it's up for debate. We haven't seen it yet. He hasn't had the full season to do so. And I don't think he's really going to get as much help with the Eagles. Now, I do think the Eagles will help him a little bit out in the draft, which we will talk about in my mock draft. But I am at least intrigued by Jalen Hurts being the starter next year. And at least, the very least, the Eagles, who are a team that is transitioning from a championship roster that's now old and too expensive, moving into a much younger, cheaper roster in the next 2 years or so. Hopefully, they get at least a little bit of out of Jalen Hurts and are able to get a little bit of production where they're kind of exciting, but they're still bad enough where they can rebuild through the draft and basically build around Jalen Hurts. And I hope they do so because I really would love to see Jalen Hurts succeed. So I've liked what they've done a lot, honestly. I mean, the Ryan Fitzpatrick thing's interesting, but whatever. I mean, there's a lot you could say about them and everything like that. But I don't know what you're
It's
doing.
like off center. I don't understand how you mess that up.
I don't know, Dylan. Listen, did you hear? Did you hear about the Dan Snyder thing today?
He's buying out his minority shares.
Oh my god, it just keeps getting worse for them, dude.
He's like, yeah, you don't like me. You're sick of my shit. How about I'll buy you out.
But
You don't have to deal with me ever again.
how about instead of dealing with me and all the other people that you like a lot better, how about you just deal with me?
Yeah.
So yeah. Unfortunate for that organization. They're just not. You're just gonna keep going through that like unfortunate limbo of we hate our owner. He doesn't know what to do with the team. He doesn't care that the team was needed to be changed. And I don't know. I don't know. But anyways, looking at their free agency signing, I like what they did with Curtis Samuel. I like Brennan Sheriff coming back. William Jackson's new, coming over from the Bengals. He was, I believe, a victim of the salary cap needing to be cut. So he was, and signs a good deal with Washington. He is a good corner, so that's a good pickup for them. So that's really the only new signing. But I do like what they're doing, at least with bringing Curtis Samuel.
Oh yeah, Curtis Samuel's deal is
The Lions, I mean, the Lions really haven't done anything new. I mean, Jamal Williams is a good signing. I mean, they're basically kind of trying to see what they can get out of Goff. They're the Lions. We might actually lose to the Lions this year, so there's that. But
yeah. Have you heard this theory about Tim Boyle?
no, what is it?
There's like a cult fan following of Packers fans that are convinced that Tim Boyle is like one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, but never got his chance because he was always behind Aaron Rodgers.
Oh my god!
And he's like super old.
Like that's not how that works.
Oh, what? He's 26. Oh my god, he could be.
He's not super old.
Oh god, that's actually. I like this.
That's it. You heard it here, folks. The Lions have got their next superstar quarterback.
Lose anyway, a shit team.
They're probably going to beat us.
Yeah.
Mercedes Lewis comes back. Hey, remember that guy, Kevin King, that I told you about in the AFC Championship or NFC Championship that got beat every single play? And I was like, man, that guy probably shouldn't be on an NFL roster. Well, he's back for $6 million.
Score.
Congratulations, Packers fans. You get another year of him.
That was fun breaking down his tape.
Huh?
That was fun breaking down his tape.
Yeah.
Seeing exactly what the hell that was.
They haven't done anything, the Vikings, besides that. I mean, that's pretty much it. So we can move on from them. Patrick Peterson's fun. Dalvin Tomlinson's fun. That's pretty much it. Falcons have at least done a little bit more. Signing Mike Davis is nice because they needed a running back badly. So getting a running back in there who is actually pretty decent is good. They're the ones that ended up with Barkevius Mingo. I was curious. It's a bunch of backups, basically. I mean, the Falcons are going to rebuild. They're about to enter a full rebuild. That's why probably Julio Jones is getting traded next year when Matt Ryan gets cut. So, unfortunately, as Falcons fans, you're going through a rebuild. That's what's happened.
You are here in the rebuild. Sorry.
Exactly. Panthers, nothing new. It looks like, nothing new. Hassan Reddick's a nice pickup. Nothing really to note of there. Nothing new for the Saints. They're just re-signing everybody. Same with the Buccaneers. They're just re-signing everybody. They did give a massive deal. Oh, he's finalizing a deal?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shoot. That screws up my mock draft. Kind of. Yeah, we'll see. That's interesting, signing a one-year deal. So they're bringing him back. They basically just want to run it back, is what they're saying.
That's what they said, and that's what they're doing.
They signed their left tackle Donovan Smith to a massive deal, which is interesting because I don't even think he really deserved a massive deal, but he got one. It's not on there. I don't know why it's not. I don't know if it's just not finalized yet, but I did see that they signed him to a massive deal, or we're about to.
I see.
Cardinals,
Cardinals.
nothing new, but I really do like what the Cardinals have been doing. So I mean, there's at least that. I love them getting AJ Green as a depth wide receiver. I love them getting Rodney Hudson basically for nothing. I mean, a third round selection's nothing compared to a center who's going to play consistently as a pro at near Pro Bowl level at center. JJ Watt, obviously, if they use him correctly, is a fantastic signing for their defense and finally gives them a little bit of pass rush help. There with who's the pass Chandler Jones. There we go.
Yeah.
Give a little bit of Chandler Jones help too. So
Nothing.
Rams, the Rams got to show him Jackson, so that was at least interesting, I guess. They get a speedster. Leonard Floyd signing is weird for me, but I mean we talked about it in detail last week, so
Yeah.
all right, San Francisco 49ers, nothing new there. Yeah, nothing new. I mean, they made that massive deal. They're basically just re-signing everybody and making those massive deals with their left tackle Williams. They bring back Chris Carson, which is big. There are a lot of rumors of him going to the Dolphins potentially. So Seahawks get him back. And they're basically in full commitment of trying to keep Russell Wilson. So giving him some help with Gerald Everett and Gabe Jackson at the offensive line.